Hello, welcome to Growing Energy. I'm Energy. If this is your first time watching one of my readings, thank you so much for clicking on this video. We're going to be doing the month of May and what is going to be coming up, what you can expect and what needs to evolve, that type of thing, like what your strengths are. Just going to pull a few cards, right? So we have 3 decks to choose from. First of all, I just want to apologize because if you are following me, you know I post sporadically. I do have this stressful ass 9 to 5 and I try to get the readings out when I can. I'm hoping that in the next few months or, as the months go on, I'll be able to have the opportunity to be more consistent, because this is what I love doing. And, I want to connect with y'all more. I'm very thankful for those of you that are following me. Please don't think me not posting is because I don't want to. It's because this adulting is literally sucking the soul out of me. So I apologize that I'm not here with you guys more, but I am trying my best to be more present. So anyway, sorry about that. If you are returning, thank you so much. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your support. And once again, if you're new, welcome in, and I hope you stay. Okay, so these are the 3 piles that you have to choose from. This is for the month of May. We're just going to get into what comes out and what we see. So you have your first deck right here, the Enchanted Cottage Oracle deck. You have your second deck right here, Messages of the Cosmic Oracle cards. And I forgot the name of this deck, but this is what it looks like on the outside. These are Oracle cards as well, okay? So what I'm going to do is move decks 2 and 3 to the side, and then we're going to focus solely on those of you that chose deck 1. So what I'm going to do is pull some cards. We're going to clarify with the Rider-Waite Tarot, and then we're going to pull an advice card for you at the end. So let's get into what my pile 1 can expect for the month of May. What is the overall theme for pile 1? What is the overall theme for pile 1? Well, not 2 cards. Just give me 1. What is the overall theme for pile 1? Okay. And we have Earth Wisdom. Ground yourself in nature and find solace outdoors. All right, let me pull a clarifying card before I even start going into what I'm getting from that. Let's clarify Earth Wisdom. Let's clarify the Earth Wisdom card. All right, now. I said 1 card. Let's do 1 card. Let's clarify the Earth Wisdom card. I actually saw this one like this one. Right. Let's get the rest of your cards. So let's pick what your current strength is. So this is a thing that in the month of May that's going to be helping you out. Your current strength for the month of May. A card like this, and I'll clarify them when I come back. What needs to evolve for you? We had a jumper. Okay, your recent past. Your recent past. Near future. Let's move this to the side. Okay, so let's look at what this overall theme is for the month of May for you, pile 1. I see family, especially with the ancestors right here, and the connection to the earth, the connection to everything that... Okay, so automatically, that saying, when you're born, you go back into the earth. Like, we all come from the earth, and then we go back into the earth. So instantly, I'm thinking... with the ancestors down here, and then this card with family, I'm seeing something regarding your family. So your family could be a topic of discussion this month, or it could be highlighted for you this month. But I definitely see themes around fulfillment. I see themes around, making sure that everything within your home is good. I can even see some of you building a garden or starting to, like in the month of May, you're going to plant things for the first time, where you're getting in touch with your green thumb, and it's going to look greater. If you do live in a home or you live in a place where you're able to plant things outside, I definitely see you trying to beautify your outdoor area. But I also feel like this somehow is connected with your ancestors, right? And I feel like that if you are planting stuff, right, if you are taking care of like beautification of your home and everything, it's something that you are feeling guided to do. And it's almost like, let's say within your family, you've had people that are really good at planting, or maybe you don't. Well, down your family line, somewhere within your family line, that it's like someone used to kind of heal themselves or speak to their ancestors by way of the trees, by way of, because I see these trees, and if you live in a place where there are trees and you are into hugging trees, when I first heard about that, I was like, okay, what is the whole purpose of hugging trees? But it's like these trees have been on Earth a lot longer than some of us can fathom, right? You go up to these trees that hold all of this energy, and hugging these trees, it's almost like an energy exchange, but a release of certain things. And I almost feel like somebody in your family line used to do the same thing as well. So there is an emphasis on kind of like picking up things that are were practiced within your family line this month. And I almost feel like it's like with the guided down here, it's not something that you would have to force. It's like one day you might just feel this month like, I just want to get outside and I want to, I don't know, I just want to sit outside. I just want to walk barefoot outside. It's all about grounding. There's a lot of planets in Jupiter. I think conjunctions happening this month within Jupiter. Like there's a lot of planetary movements happening, and a lot of good transits coming up, especially towards like the middle of May and the end of May. And I think it's around that time that you're going to start feeling like you want to make some form of change to some form of stability, or something having to do with something around your home, like beautifying something around your home. And I just keep hearing like ancestors. It's like if you think, all right, say if you decide that you're going to pick up gardening, and you think, well, no one in my family has ever done it. There's someone in your family line that has done it, and what you're feeling is almost like an intuitive nudge to tap back into that. I almost want to go as far as saying that the person who you are connecting to, or that is kind of speaking to you, has Pisces energy. This person has Pisces energy, and not just any Pisces energy. This is like, I'd say this person could have, you or this person could have been born around the end of Pisces season. So I'd say between like the 11th through the 21st of Pisces season, because that's what the 10 of Cups is giving me. But I'm definitely pulling out some kind of connecting to your ancestors this month. That's going to be a key thing for you moving forward. So let's go into what your strength is for this month. Your strength is practical magic. Draw your power from the earth to fulfill your needs. Simple nature harmony. Once again, connecting with nature is going to kind of help you out. If you are feeling stressed, if you're having issues with finances, if you're having even family issues this month, a lot of what you need to do is go out for a run, go out for a walk. Make sure, especially if you are in any place where it's becoming spring, and it's getting hotter outside, it'll do you really good to connect with the earth, connect with Mother Nature. I think that's good. It's definitely what your strength is, your ability to do that. So you're getting the intuitive nudge to do it, and then you doing it is really going to help you. That's your strength this month. Let's go ahead and clarify this practical magic card. And I like the fact that she has this witch's hat on here. What am I thinking? If you need to end something this month that you feel isn't serving you or bringing you happiness, and I know this falling into your strength section, right? Because I see this as your ability to end things, even if it's difficult. Even if you are worried about, if this has to do with family and the intuitive nudge that you're getting has to do with not family. Well, you know what? If this is you not talking to someone in your family, ending a relationship with someone with your family, moving out, stopping kind of financial payments, stopping something, because we're thinking also with all this green here, I'm thinking abundance. And I'm just seeing earth sign, abundance, pentacles, your ability to grow money. Kingdom, you have to, in order for you to have a kingdom, you have to have wealth in order to build this. But this home, if this is built on shaky ground, this falls apart, right? And normally the Tower card, it's like something bad that happens that forces you to move forward. And maybe the reason why you're having to do all this grounding is because you just came out of a situation that was less than favorable, where you felt as though something was lost, something was taken away from you. You had to really gain introspection. You had to go in and kind of search, like, what am I doing? What's next? What's happening? And especially with this 10 here, 9 is a completion number, but 10 is like the accomplishment. It's like if this has to do with material, this could be you leaving a job, right? With this Tower and this 10, and seeing it's like an ending. And both of these cards have to do with ending. Well, not the 10 of Cups per se, but the number 10 here, right? And with this card, anytime the Tower comes out, it speaks to something that kind of knocked you off your balance, something that kind of you didn't feel wasn't comfortable. The Tower card is not like, it could be a realization. Yes, it could be a realization about money or, family, or realization about what you need to do to kind of draw your power from the earth, the realization of what you need to do to find out what your power is. Or it's almost like, let's say not knowing how to center yourself, or like feeling like you might be overwhelmed and not knowing the thing to do to make yourself feel better, or not feeling fulfilled. And then all of a sudden this thing unlocks within you that's in your family line that helps you to be able to lean on the earth and, start planting, start doing things where you're outside more. And this almost kind of brings you, like, it disorients you because, I don't want to say disoriented. I'm not using the right words. It's not like you are disoriented. It's just like the realization of what you can do for yourself, right? And this is in your strength. The realization, you realizing that this is something that you need to do is going to be powerful, because it's one thing, right? If you're doing stuff and you're just aimlessly going about your day, just on autopilot. But then when you take a second to really connect and realize, oh, when I do this, it kind of opens things up for me, or it kind of heals me, or I feel like I'm kind of, I feel free. I feel like this is definitely going to help you this month. This could be with your finances, completion or ending of something with your finances. I know it's the 10 of Cups here, but I'm just going off of the 10, right? This could be maybe, and I'm trying to be sensitive right now. Some of you could have gone through a divorce. This could be a divorce that happened, and like the splitting of finances. That's where I'm getting that financial thing from, or having to start fresh from your finances, right? Some of you, if this was the end of if this was the end of a relationship, if this was a divorce, this is a relationship that had to end, that needed to end a long time ago. And the courage that you had to pull on, to draw from, in order for you to end this, it's almost like your spirit guides are saying, in order for you to feel whole again after this situation, get out in nature. And that's not the only thing that's going to help. I'm not trying to be insensitive to if you've actually been through something, right? Especially if you are ending a relationship or something like that within the month of May. What I can tell you is if you are ending it, all isn't lost. Or if there is something that is coming to an end within your life within the month of May, there is still harmony here, and your harmony is within nature. So some of you could know what that means. Some of you could like to work out outside, like to plan. It could be something as simple as that, because we're not talking about like this big yearly thing. We're just talking about the month of May. So if something ends within the month of May, instead of you staying inside the house, because we do see like homes and this home breaking apart, this home being, destroyed, instead of you focusing on staying inside the house, getting out in nature, being a part of, seeing trees, being a part, even going to flower shops. I feel like just tapping into your green thumb is going to help you this month. Okay, so what needs to evolve for you? Dueling quality. Accept your whole self, both the light and the shadows. Fears, conflict, integrate. All right, let me clarify this. This duality card. And I almost want to say Taurus here. I'm just getting such Taurus energy. Taurus energy going into May. I do feel like this is the ending of a relationship. Because with this Page of Cups here, this is a message about love. All right, so if this had to do with ending something, a relation, or you ending something within May, especially if it has to do with their relationship, right? Two things. I'm seeing the flowers on his outfit right here. And I'm instantly thinking of the Scorpio card, the Death card, because he has that one big flower, which I don't think it's the same flower, but I'm seeing the white flowers like purity and renewal. Like, let's say there's one person in the relationship that wanted to renew the relationship or wanted to keep going, and kind of is like coming with like this message of love. And there's another person that's like, I don't want this. And then they feel bad because of the fact that almost like, okay, like let's say on paper, everything looks perfect. And this doesn't have to be a relationship. This could just be a job. Maybe your job asks you to stay and you want to leave. Maybe, someone at your job, really cares about you and they want you to stay and you want to leave. It could, I don't know, it could be schooling. It could be whatever it is. There's so many people watching and your focus is your focus. But if this is a relationship where someone is actively trying and it's like the other person feels bad because they don't feel the same way. And in this, what needs to evolve, it's like, how it says, accept your whole self, both light and dark. It's almost like feeling guilt for not wanting to be with someone, or that you didn't feel the same way about someone, and you can't force yourself to feel that, you can't force yourself to feel as loving as the other person does. It's like I don't know who was who in the dynamic, but one person was, okay, ready for it to end, and another person still wants to hold on. Like I was saying before, on the outside, this could look perfect, but on the inside, the tower only comes when something like a foundation isn't solid. If we're reading this outside of like the spots that I put them in, like what it's supposed to mean, this could be like a couple or someone breaks up and then someone finally reaches out with a message of love. So that definitely can be a thing. Or let's say you get ready to leave a job and someone is asking you to stay, or, just something to where someone is putting some form of emotion out there. It's not big emotion, but it's almost like an olive branch. So if this is you being the one that wants to reach out to somebody, what needs to evolve, like with this right here, is This could also be like, let's say you're not the type of person who usually, if something ends, you usually don't like go back and forth with someone or try to work it out. You just like leave. If it's done, you just walk away from it and you don't try to rebuild it. Maybe some of you might need to extend that apology. You're the one that has to do that. And it's like, it's okay to be strong and have your boundaries, right? But if this is someone that you really love, it's also okay to show emotion and to know, like, am I, you know, what's the saying? Like, is that the hill you're going to die on? Like, is whatever it is, the thing that's so bad that you're going to decide, it's over. It's completely over. Like, you still love this person. Do you still want to work at this? And I know I'm like saying a bunch of different things, but you know, if something resonates with you, take that. If it doesn't, just go ahead and leave it for someone else, right? This could be an apology that needs to happen this month or is going to happen this month. But something ended and like someone's trying to start the whole thing back up and they almost feel conflicted with it. And what you're being asked to do, what needs to evolve is don't feel conflicted. Don't feel conflicted for you wanting to build something again. Maybe, but it's not guaranteed that the other person is going to be on the same accord as you. However, it shouldn't stop you from still speaking your mind or the other person from speaking their truth, because that truth still needs to be heard. And especially if it was a family dynamic where the two of you built something and you say you have kids together, or the relationship lasted for, you know, several years, whatever, at least you owe that to the other person, or that person owes it to you, that conversation, and not to just walk away like it meant nothing. So this is your recent past. Serene moment, relax and cultivate a deep sense of well-being within. Breathe, get away, peace. So like the recent past, I almost want to feel like there was pockets of feeling like everything was, you know, there was happiness. But with this cup here and with this serene moment and this relax, I'm just looking at it like it's not all the time and it's not big. It's just little. It's like, can hold it in a cup. I know it sounds weird, but it's like little pockets of happiness, but it wasn't enough to sustain it. And maybe this is your strength saying you got to walk away. Maybe this is you walking away from something that you don't feel is stable enough so that someone can, I'm not saying you're walking away so this person can come back, but what I am saying is walking away so this person can see like what they have, or you can see what you have to offer. You know, you accept yourself more. You see what you have to offer. You understand like you're better than what you're putting yourself through. All right, let's clarify this serene moment. Let's clarify that. Okay, I like this one. Woo. And didn't I talk about the freaking the death card? I did talk about the death card earlier. Yeah, like what I was saying before, if you felt as though like you had little pockets of happiness, they wouldn't really last that long. And it was hard for you to accept it. Like in this picture, there's some people who can't handle what the truth is and they kind of just give up. And then there's some people that are accepting where it is right now. So if this is a relationship, I feel like one person understood like this is coming to an end. I did talk about the flower in this card, didn't I? Yeah, so we're going to say some form of renewal. There could be a renewal coming in this month from a relationship that kind of ended because, you know, like one person didn't really see that the happiness that you guys had was, it wasn't that much. It's like you spent more time maybe arguing or feeling like not stable within the relationship. And I feel like one person in the dynamic was just okay going through the motions of a day-to-day, and the other person kind of wanted more, and they felt bad for wanting more because, you know, even looking at this cup that this person is offering, it's just a page and it's a small cup. And there, you know, there's more. So one person accepted it, what's happening, like the ending. One person knew it was coming. The other person is like caught them by surprise. This king kind of fell out. The priest is accepting death, right? This person right here can't even look at death, but the king passed out as soon as they saw death. Like he couldn't even handle it. It was too overwhelming. It could be overwhelming for someone, this relationship or the ending of the relationship. I want to say this is a transition. There's some kind of something being wrapped up, some form of transition. This has to do with your love life. This is a transition happening within your love life. What else am I picking up from that? I almost want to say with the Tower. Okay. What they do say about the Tower, right? It's upheaval. This is Uranus. And I think there's something happening with the planet Uranus this month. But this is upheaval. However, if this is some form of like blowing up of a relationship or some big fight or something, with the Tower, whatever is standing afterwards, there's something to be built off of it. So let's say that you've been going through ups and downs with a person, some of you that actually care about the relationship and want to stay. And there was a huge blowout and you guys didn't talk for a while, but the person comes back, or, you know, you come back around because there's still love there, even after everything that happened. I almost want to be mindful of, This is a side note for some of you. I don't want to be morbid, but this could potentially be receiving a message of love from someone who's passed on already. So this isn't like someone who's going to die. This is someone who's already passed within your family line that's coming to you with a message this month. Maybe in your dreams, who knows? However you receive spiritual messages. And for your near future card, we have clear vision. Shift your perspective to uncover hidden solutions. Like, okay, if you're choosing to stay within this relationship, you're finding different ways to be able to deal with this relationship. If you're choosing to walk away, you're going to find different ways to handle that new you, the new thing, right? And for some of you, this is like leaving it where it is. And so much major arcana, right? This is a big month for sure astrologically, spiritually. And this is the end of a cycle. This is the end of the cycle you had with someone. This is the end of a cycle you had with the job. The end of the cycle you had with a particular thing in your life that needed to come to an end. And I'm seeing the King of Pentacles on the bottom. So this definitely could be employment or a job. Some of you watching this, it could be a new job that you're going into, or walking away from an old job, knowing when it's over. Like maybe in the past, you've had issues with holding on to things, like, you know, if you got fired from a job or something, or if you knew things weren't going wrong, were going wrong within your job, it's like almost like not wanting to look at the issues. But what you're being asked to do this month is accept whatever change is happening, because it's destined. It's supposed to happen, right? And it's going to build a foundation for something moving forward for you. Let's see what advice your spirit team has for you. Let's see what advice we have. What advice do you have for pile one? I like this. All right. Focus your mindset on what you can control instead of what you can't. The world is your oyster. Elevate your thought pattern so you can attract abundance into your life. You are what you believe. So make sure this month you're focusing on your mindset. You are also focused on the things that need to end within your life. Don't be scared of the things that are transitioning out. Do not be scared of that, because just like all of the greenery you see in these pictures, that's how the seasons change. Things end, plants die, trees die, especially during the winter, because I'm seeing that cold weather. And then when things start heating up again, they start to bloom again. Things start to blossom again. Now is your time. Things are heating up for you. Just be ready for the change. Embrace the change. And you can go a lot farther with the right mindset than you can thinking negative about, you know, what's going on in your life. So make sure you're thinking positive this month. Make sure you're allowing things to change and you're not holding on to what no longer serves you, because it really is time for you to develop, for you to evolve in a certain way. Thank you so much, Pile One. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I am so honored. Okay, so if you chose Pile 2 or this deck right here, let's get into your message. So what we're going to do is pull a card for the overall theme of the month of May for you. Let's pull a card for your overall theme. All right, that's it for the month of May. Now, what your strength is for the month of May. What is your strength in the month of May? Okay. What needs to evolve for you? What needs to evolve for you in the month of May? What needs to evolve? Dang. I just want one card. What needs to evolve for you? I'm going to go with this one. Your recent past. Okay. And your near future. Like this one. Right here. Okay, Batu, let's get into it. So the overall theme, make time to play, have fun, and be free. Let's clarify this. I love these cards. The imagery of like the cosmos is so beautiful in it. Let's clarify this make time to play card. I don't need the whole thing. Just give me one. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. All right. So we have the Eight of Wands. Have we been staying in the house? Have we been not doing so much? Have we been not as active to where your cards are not asking you this month, can you find time to be active? Can you find time to make some movements? Can you find time to travel? Can you find time to do things? Maybe you are booking more travel this month. The Eight of Wands is a lot of energy. You know, eights are expansion, growth, accumulation, material success, material power. So I almost feel like with your spiritual team saying, make time to play, have fun and be free, right? Get out, do more. It's almost like saying, because of the 8 card here, and I'm looking at all this energy, there's a lot of energy being put towards building something. There's a lot of energy being put towards like just being serious, like the adulting stuff of life in whatever way that is, taking care of the kids, taking care of the family, taking care of the house or whatever, or your job or whatever it is that you are taking care of. But what's being asked of you is to also find time for yourself. It's like they're asking you to find that time to be able to release. You need that release. It needs to be, and I almost feel like it could be tied to your material success with this 8 number, right? But it's a lot of energy. The 8 of Wands is just a lot of energy, but focused energy. So it's like, you know, when you say, oh, I relaxed because maybe you listen to like, I don't know, some kind of soothing, soft music while you were speeding on your way to work. That's not necessarily relaxing. You didn't take the time to focus on that. So if you're going to take time out to really enjoy life, enjoy all the material success that you've been building, enjoy, just be able to enjoy things, then you need to make focused effort on doing that. And I do feel like it helps. It's going to help you. This could be communication coming in for you. This could be a lot of communication coming in, people asking you to get out and do stuff. You know, it's getting hotter outside. A lot more people want to be outside and go and do some fun stuff. And you could be being invited out in the month of May to go and do stuff. And your spiritual team is saying, yes, get out the house, go do stuff. There's a lot of energy. Go spend a lot of time outside. It's going to benefit you. Okay, so what your strength is no one said this whole life thing was a race. It's okay to slow down. Slow down, make time for play. Going so fast, all that energy. And with the number 8, this is a number of material success, right? So I feel like that's focused energy on your finances. Some of you could be really focused on building your finances. Really, 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 really focused on it. I'm going to pull a card. I gotta get another deck out. 1 second. I just want to see if... Okay. Let's clarify this. Eight of Wands and make time to play. Illumination. Something hidden is coming to light now. You find out about new jobs, opportunities, and options. Someone lends you a helping hand. This illumination, maybe you don't know about all this energy that you're going to be doing. Maybe you don't know about this break that you're getting, right? But it's like an opportunity to go somewhere. It's an opportunity to travel, and it's coming by way of some form of communication. Maybe this could be someone telling you that they want to hang out with you, or they want to take you on a trip, or it's an unplanned trip or something like that. This could be happening this month. But it's okay to slow down. This whole life thing, no one said this whole life thing was a race. It's okay to slow down. So this comes up in your strength position. Let's clarify this. Let us clarify. Just one card. Okay. Okay. What your strength is this month is knowing when to reach out to people and ask for help. I kind of feel like, I know there's two people. Well, that's why reaching out to someone to ask for help, right? Or help is always like, it's there when you need it. It's knowing how to ask for it. Because with this being such a heavy communication card, and I do think this has to do with finances, something having to do with your finances, trying to build your finances, because but it's not coming from anywhere, right? It's coming from the fact that maybe you felt lack, maybe you've had to deal with not having as much. Oh, and the 4 of Pentacles on the bottom here, the Page of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles, it almost looks like holding on to what you have because not that much is coming around. So now some form of opportunity or something is being like brought to you, something is coming out, and it's almost going to ease up a little bit of the stress that you feel, because there is, and I know that feeling, right? When you're trying to build yourself and trying to make more money and trying to just like, you want better in your life. It's hard to, when you see other people accomplishing things, think about playing. It's like you already feel like you're behind. You feel like you don't have as much to kind of like stand next to some of the people, like you see them as maybe they have more than you, or, and not saying that this is all of you, but sometimes you can feel like that little bit of lack. What it's saying is, because this is falling within the strength position, this is like, you know when to ask for help. You know when to say, okay, I'm not doing so well. Do you have any advice for me? I believe this is a church that they go into, and what a place to find someone to help you out. You know, like it's a place that prides themselves on having the things that you need in order for you to feel safe, right? When in lots of movies, if something's going on, they say, go to the church, like, you know, run to the church to find safety, to go to safety if you need solace, if you need someone who's going to care about you or something like that. And it's knowing how and when to ask for help. Also, you understand that you don't have to rush anything. When things are ready to pick up, they'll pick up. But there's a lot of times that you've kind of felt like you weren't accomplishing what. I feel like this month you kind of understand that it's like you don't have to rush your results. Let everything happen in you know, God's divine timing when it's supposed to. So in your what needs to evolve position, bet on yourself, take chances, reach your dreams. You've got this. I feel like you don't take enough chances, or I feel like sometimes you feel so scared of what the outcome is going to be that you don't try. And it's not saying you don't try at all, but I feel like there's much more that you can do. There's a lot more energy you can put into making your dreams your reality, right? Reach your dreams. You got this. Exactly. Making your dreams a reality, but maybe with the illumination, it's like you don't see all the options or this needing to evolve. Just betting on yourself more instead of seeing yourself from a position of lack. It's like, I know I can do this. I know I have the energy, I have the stamina, I have, which is just be communication. I have the right connections to be able to reach out to people. Even if I don't know something, I can reach out to the right people that can help me. Let's clarify this. Bet on yourself, take chances. Let's clarify this. Bet on yourself, take chances. I like this right here. Okay. With the Chariot card, this is another card of fast movement. Things are going to pick up for you this month. And I know what position this is in, but still, forget the position it's in. Just reading these cards, things are going to pick up for you this month. But also, I feel like when I was talking earlier about not knowing where to put energy, the one thing about the Chariot that I recognize is like these two Sphinxes aren't moving. They're just sitting there. He's ready to go. But the thing is, if you don't have a focused destination sometimes, like it's like in order for you to have that fast movement, you have to know where you're going. Do you know where you're putting your energy? Do you know where you're going? Are you just aimlessly, like, is this energy just all over the place, just aimlessly wandering, you know? And which almost leads to this feeling of lack because, like, let's say you put a whole bunch of energy into things, but it's not the right things. It's not focused things. So you, at the end, feel as though, like, I have nothing to show for everything that I did. It's like the busy work. It's like the work that... all right, let's say you're supposed to be building a house, but you're more concerned with the way the nails are in the box. Like, you know, the nails that you would put in, like you hammer into the wall. Like, let's say they're all not facing the right thing, the right way. So you spend all these hours putting the nails the same direction, and then it actually does absolutely nothing towards you building a house. You just spent more time wasting time, you know? It's like, I feel as though what this needs to evolve is knowing when to move. But also not sitting on opportunities, because if he's standing here, it looks like he's ready, but he's not technically moving forward. It's like, what's stopping you from making that movement forward? Especially if you've been waiting for something to change, and now all of a sudden things are, you know, coming to you and letting you know, all right, this is the right mover. This should be the next step. You got to move on those opportunities. So the month of May, make sure you're moving on opportunities. Use discernment to know what those opportunities are. Like, if it's something that you know is going to hurt you in the long run, then you don't need to be doing that. But if you know it's going to work out to your benefit, then you need to jump on those opportunities, because this is a perfect time. There's a lot of energy this month. There's a lot of things, a lot of conjunctions happening this month. It's going to work out to your benefit. Okay, let's go into your recent past. You have the power to create the life you love. Remember that. Let's clarify this card. One card. Let's clarify this. I feel like the recent past, this was you feeling like you were ready for a change. Like being connected with the inner rumblings that you have. This is such a like emotional card. It's the King of Cups. And I do see Cancer energy. I'm just putting these two together. There could be a Cancer that's significant from the past or moving forward in the future. But I feel like with this, you have the power to create the life that you love. Remember that. It's feeling that way. It's like, what do I love? Where am I putting my energy? Where am I putting my focus? Needing to put your focus in the right things, and Also, I feel like recently, which is like this, almost like the month of April, it's been like figuring out, what do I like? What do I care about? What moves me? I don't know about you, but I have like heavy water sign placements in my chart. And especially, I'm a Pisces rising, right? One of the key things with me is I don't care how much someone says something and how good it sounds. If I don't feel it on the inside, if I don't feel like, man, this works for me, or this looks like something that's for me, I don't want to move. I don't want to do anything. It's like in the recent past, it's like you either realizing that about yourself, like you're not into something, or saying you want something that kind of makes you feel more whole on the inside, that makes you feel excited emotionally, that makes you feel connected emotionally, spiritually even. You just want more. You want more energy. You want more. You want to feel it more, you know? And I think that's the first step to change, is like knowing that there's more out there, knowing that you want more. This is like coming from a lot of financial instability now. It's like, you know, this isn't what life is. You want more for your life. It's that realization. It's the illumination of, this isn't all that life has to offer. I know there's more out there for me, and you feel it. So I feel like in this past, it's like that being kind of illuminated to you as well. Because sometimes, what's the saying Jennifer Lewis said? If you sit in shit long enough, it stops smelling. Like, you've been so unhappy for so long that you, like, it's almost like forgot that there's more out there for you to feel. There's more out there for you to be happy about. There's more play for you to be happy. There's more things that you're going to fall in love with. And in the past, you realized you wanted that. You wanted that more. Whatever that more is, you wanted a piece of it. Let's go into your near future. Live your life with both feet in. Commit fully to being here. Didn't we talk about that with the Chariot card? With the Chariot card, it's like, he's all dressed up, but if you don't know where you're going, if you don't have that conviction and say, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm going to focus on, this is going to make me happy, it's almost like that stagnant feeling. And this isn't a month for stagnancy, because you have so much energy for movement, for momentum, a lot of things, you know, changing within your life this month. But if you're going to commit to it, if you're going to do it, then you got to effing do it. Don't pussyfoot. Don't lollygag. Put all your energy into something. Focus it into the thing that moves you, that you feel, that you connect to, that you love. I am... I don't know why I'm thinking Cancer male. Whoever this Cancer male is, this could be you. Doesn't have to be. Ooh. Some of you might be making some repairs to your car this month, because that Chariot card is like a vehicle. And I'm looking like there were repairs that needed to be made, and you'll be going forward with some repairs. So that's just for a small group of you. Yeah, that's just a side message. That's just a side message. Some of you might need to take care of your vehicles. Be careful also of driving too fast on the road this month, because maybe it might be repairs that need to be made. 5 is fast energy, fast changing energy. The Chariot is like a vehicle. It's also fast energy when it's focused energy. And the 8 of Wands is fast moving energy, right? Be careful of speeding this month. All right, so let's clarify this. Live your life with both feet in. actually did like this one. Ooh. Ooh. That's where your fulfillment and your abundance and your stability come from, is when you wholeheartedly put your all into whatever you're doing. And then with those two kings, that is some form of counsel, some form of like, this is you seeking help. If you need to, I almost see some of you going to get like tarot card readings or astrology readings this month. And this is almost someone that you feel like is doing better than you, or you trust their judgment, so you are reaching out to them to kind of help you out. Because that's a two kings down. It's like messages or counselor, you know, someone helping you or gaining like some form of help by way of like the esoteric, by way of like tarot cards, by way of astrology. So you could be, some of you could be getting astrology readings this month. Who knows, with me, with somebody else, whoever it is, it's someone that you resonate with, and that's all that matters. And maybe this will help some of if you have any confusion, or if you are unsure of where to put your energy, you focus your energy, or overall you just had, because April was rough for all of us. So if you just had a rough April, just use discernment. Just use discernment when you are picking your person that you're going to for guidance, right? And I say that because what's that saying? Empty words heal an empty heart. Like, I'm not saying that you are not you can't discern things in your life, right? I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying anything negative about your judgment. It's like, it's for those of you that are going through something, or, you know, needing some form of counsel, needing things to change a little bit, and you kind of feel like things were stagnant before going into this month, and you're reaching out to someone. Don't just choose messages from someone just because it sounds good. You know, there's a lot of people, especially if you're going for a tarot card reading or astrology reading, there's a lot of people online that will tell you all the things that you feel like you want to hear, just because it's like it's easy money. If it's for love, they'll always tell you that person's coming back because you'll go back and keep watching their videos. You know, if it's for money, they're going to tell you you're going to win the lotto the next day, even though you didn't play. Like, just be mindful of people like that, because their energy being off can kind of like throw you off your game, and cause you almost to stall when you need to go forward with full force. Because remember, your outcome to all of this needs to be you fully committing to whatever you're doing, not being half in. Fully commit to it. And that's going to be the thing that helps you move out of whatever energy you've been in for the past month, past 3 to 6 months. There are some of you that have been looking for a change. It's here, but you need to, when you get the opportunity and when that door opens, run right through it and don't hesitate. That's what that needs to look like. Okay, so let's pull a card for advice for my pile 2. Let's pull an advice card for pile 2. Advice for the month of May for pile 2. I honestly think it was this one. Okay. Ooh. Look past what you feel are your incapabilities. Instead, focus on everything you have achieved so far. It's okay to acknowledge your weaknesses, but keep in mind that they don't define you. Your strength and your beautiful soul are clear for all to see. Don't focus on the past. Hey, pile 3. So if you chose pile 3, or you chose this deck right here, let me tell you what just happened. I recorded this whole reading and it didn't save. And I think I know why. Because you definitely had some issues with toxic love and a situation that you couldn't let go of. Or you needed to let go of, that you had a hard time letting go of. So this is the way how your cards came out, okay? The card that's your overall theme for the month of May was the Shift Your Focus card. And that came out with the Four of Pentacles. And what I saw with this is basically holding on to something that you need to let go of, or like the memory of someone. I learned a long time ago, especially in relationships, this has to do with like holding on to a relationship or something or someone that isn't good for you, right? It's like you're the only person holding on. This other person isn't. I feel like there's someone in this dynamic that has treated you less than favorably, or whose energy when you're around makes you feel like there's lack. How do I put this? So there are times that you can be with a person and you get with this person and you guys start talking, and when you start dating, all of a sudden like bad things start happening in your life because their energy is toxic for you. But you're the type of person that doesn't quit. You keep going, you keep pushing, you keep fighting. The issue with that is you hold on to things that need to be cut away. I'm seeing the cutlery thing here, these tools. Also, there's an issue with holding on to finances because you feel as though you're not manifesting enough, like you're going into this month with lack. However, the card that came out to talk about your superpower, the thing that, you know, like your strength for this month was the Success card. And we did get that with the Ace of Pentacles. So if you are worried about finances, if any of you are worried about money, you don't have to be worried about money because you have money coming in. I feel like with the Shift Your Focus card, there are a lot of cards that came out about walking away, shifting your focus. If this has to do with love, because I did see the Ace of Cups in this card, right? This is shifting your focus from like that toxic relationship to something new, something that's more stable for you. But if this has to do with finances, it's like the need for you not to hold on to what you have, or not to think this is all you have, so you have to kind of hoard it, or you're not taking time out to do nice things for yourself, like even like buy yourself a book, buy yourself shoes, buy yourself whatever, because it's like that lack mindset of feeling like this is, well, you know, maybe you've gotten money in the past and like money's kind of come in and out of your life, or there's something within your family line that has to do with you feeling like you can't keep money. So you almost like, instead of you finding a happy medium, you went to the extreme of thinking now you have to hold on to it. Your stability is being threatened. Like you're worried about your stability always being threatened. But there's a flowing of money. You'll see a lot more money coming in for you this month. We did get the Toxic card, and that came out with, let me find the card. It came out with the 10 of Swords. So, and this came out in the what needs to evolve position, and this is letting go of something toxic, whether this be a financial situation or this is a relationship. There is something toxic, some kind of toxic dynamic that needs to end. That's what needs to evolve in your life this month. For the month of May, look for opportunities to end things that no longer serve you. And those things that make you feel blocked off, because we can look at it as if this man's hoarding money, or he's protecting himself and blocking himself off from something that he feels like is not stable enough or lucrative enough for him. If you are recognizing that, you know, something isn't for you, instead of trying to make it work, you need to know when to walk away. So that's what needs to evolve. You need to understand when you can hold on to things and when to let things go. That's going to help you out greatly. Ending cycles is important. You could have gone into this month ending cycles, but regardless of when it ends, this month, the beginning of the month, last month, you need to let go of toxic energy within your life. And I definitely feel like it has to do with some form of relationship, because the 5 of Cups came out with the Soulmate card. And it made more sense with the 4 of Pentacles there, because it just made me feel as though you're holding on to emotions that were never presented to you, or someone didn't give you the same amount emotionally that you were giving to them. And that hurt. That really did hurt. But this is why this was toxic for you, because your need to hold on to this, even though you weren't getting enough. This is a job, you're holding on to a job that you know you're unsatisfied in. This was this fell within the recent past card. So I'd say within 3 to 6 months, there was a breakup or the ending of something. And there's pain here. I'm not taking away from the fact that you feel as though there's pain here. But I feel like this happened, it's almost giving like the, what's the card? The Tower. It's giving me Tower vibes. It's giving me heavy Tower vibes. But it's almost like what happened was quick and fast. That's how I feel. I feel like this was some kind of a fast ending. But with the shift your focus and this card is about perspective, because he's focused on the cups that spilled over, the things that didn't work, what was lost, and not the fact that there's still something. There's still the Two of Cups is in this card. Yeah, this is the Five of Cups. The Three are spilled. This is still the Two of Cups. There is still emotional happiness. It might not be with this toxic person, because that cycle had to end. There's a lot, so planetary wise, right? A lot of conjunctions in the month of May. A lot of, the planetary alignment is crazy within the month of May. I'm not an astrologer yet, right? Because that's another thing that's on my plate that I'm trying to study. I'm not an astrologer yet, but what I do know is with all the planets that are, going to be moving into, I think Jupiter is going to be moving soon into Gemini, right? But then I think Mars just went into Aries. There's a lot of planets within Aries and Taurus. So you got to think Aries energy is the start of things. It's initiation. It's starting things. It's like new. And then Taurus energy is stability. It's like you want new, stable situations. You want new and stable relationships. You want new and stable jobs. You just want new and stable energy, something that is your own, something that you don't have to feel like you feel drained while going through it. And this truth card coming out for your near future, even not reading it for near future, I'm looking at this and thinking to myself, you staying too long in some situations are because you're not being honest with yourself. That's why you're being asked in so many ways to shift your focus on things. Is this really the love of your life? Is this really the happiest you can be? Is this really the most money that you feel like you can make? Is this really the best job for you? Is this really the best school for you? Is this really the best, friend group for you? Is this really the best business venture? Is this really the best use of your time? Only you know that. But if things constantly feel like it's a hassle for you to focus on that thing or do that thing, is it because, there's energies working against you, or is it because that's not for you and you're trying to fight to keep something or fight to force something that shouldn't be forced? Like knowing when to walk away is a superpower. And it's also, the thing is like knowing when to end stuff. That's what needs to evolve. That 10 energy it's an ending. It's an end point. It's the ending of this. Going into this month, like the trees are starting to come out again. It's starting to get hot, especially if you're in the States or on this hemisphere that you share on the. I don't know. Please don't come for me. Well, I don't even know what northern hemisphere. I don't know. I don't know. But if things are starting to get hot for you, it's like life coming back. It's like the energy changing. Going from that winter feeling, going from the death feeling, going from the feeling of lack, going from like the seasonal depression, or like just feeling overall somber because things weren't working out the way you wanted them to moving into a time period where you're being more truthful with yourself. And that card that came out with the truth card was, I think it was the Fool card. Either way, yeah, and these were the cards that were on the bottom of the deck, okay? So let's get into this newness. The truth about yourself is, okay, do you know when you're supposed to end things and start anew? Or if this is a relationship that ended, that you had to walk away from, be honest, was that really working? And if it wasn't, it's okay for you to set your sails on something new. It's a new adventure for you. And it's unknown, The one thing that I recognize with this card, right, is similar to the High Priestess. With the High Priestess card, there's behind her, there's a cloth that's behind her. It looks like it's made out of this material. So thinking back to the High Priestess card, those are things hidden, right? Information that's not known to you. You don't know what's on your journey coming up. But this energy looks so much more abundant than this energy. This looks closed off. This looks like lack. This looks like you're open and ready to embrace the newness. So if this is you letting go of a relationship and you came to this reading looking for, should I stay with that person? I can't tell you what to do. All I can say is there's power in ending cycles and moving on to new things. And then I also saw that here. It's like that, be truthful with yourself. This was not a favorable situation for you. You were tired. You felt weary. With this card, this always makes me think, because like the Ten of Wands is like, the Ten of Wands is like a burden, right? But it's like, to me, it's the end of a cycle. It's like he's carrying those wands to the house. The Nine of Wands to me is, nines are a sign of completion, but to me, the Nine of Wands is always like, let's say there was a battle. You just had a battle, and right after the battle is done, there's dead people there. There's people who are getting up that are still alive. And if this is like way back in like medieval times or whatever, after the battle is done, they would always pick up the swords and the different fighting devices or whatever, and take stock of what they have and what they've gained from the enemy who's dead or whatever, and take it back with them. This is fresh right out of a battle. And this didn't fall in any position. This is just something else on the bottom of the deck. So if you are coming out of that battle with that battle with that toxic energy, the issues, I feel like a lot of the issues you have with that relationship or whatever you're leaving, that you had to walk away from, or because you held on for too long. But it's not like blaming you. It's like you held on because you were just looking for stability within that dynamic. Your job, relationship, whatever, friend group, whatever it is, you were just looking for stability. What your spirit guides and your guardian angels and God want you to know is you were looking for stability, but you were just looking in the wrong place, because your stability isn't something new. And it's time for you to be truthful with yourself and know when you need to walk away from certain things in certain situations. Walking away, ending cycles, that's going to be your best bet, because there's so much new, abundant things that want to come in for you. But the thing is, right, 2 aces, that's trickery. That's someone not being 100% honest. And I feel like it's going back to whoever this toxic person is that you felt was a soulmate of yours. There is somebody here that deceived you. I feel like maybe you found out about it, and that's the abrupt change or ending that came in with this situation. But don't look at this as a bad thing. This is good, this ending, because it's destined. This is supposed to happen. And you can't fight divine timing or divine will. It's like, the things will be revealed to you when they need to be revealed to you. And this month, shifting your focus, like maybe some of you are still kind of holding on to thoughts of the recent past. But the key thing with this 7 of Cups card is, like, with the 7 of Swords, someone is being deceived by someone else. With the 7 of Cups, you're deceiving yourself. If you felt held back in whatever this dynamic is, it's because you needed to walk away a long time ago and you held on and you didn't do it. Cancer or Pisces can be significant. Cancer or Pisces can be significant for this. I'm trying to look at, I have like notes on how, like the different breakdowns of different days because it's so much. The last Capricorn energy could be significant, but more specifically, the last 10 days of Capricorn season. So I feel like that's January 9th through the 19th could be significant within this relationship or whatever this dynamic is. Something could have ended then. Something could have ended then. Or you could be walking away from this person like towards the end of Gemini season, like the last 10 days of Gemini season. I feel like this could be like a complete severing. Like maybe there was a breakup, but it wasn't like fine. It's like the two of you aren't speaking, or the two of you are still mad at each other, and then something happens during May that ends it completely. And that's okay, because you're being honest with yourself and understanding this isn't working out and you need something new, something that makes you feel excited again, instead of you feeling like inadequate or unhappy all the fucking time, or tired all the time, or like this thing is so toxic and all you just want it to work. But maybe it's like not the fact that you want it to work. Maybe it's who you're trying to make it work with. That's the thing that's kind of hurting the situation. I'm going to pull a card on this person from a different deck. Maybe that's why this thing started over. I recorded a whole message and the damn thing didn't even save. Okay. Tell me about this person. If this is a relationship, tell me about this person. What? Okay. The spell. Light a candle for me and call me in. I will come to you again and again. So this is a cycle. This is a cycle with somebody that you feel like is a soulmate, but you keep going to. Like, it's almost like you feel drawn to that person. And that's why it's so hard to let go. Because you feel like, oh no, I'm missing out on something. You're not missing out on anything. It's like every time you go back, this almost could be like you guys stopped talking and went back to each other like almost 3 times. I'm seeing the 3 right here. I feel like 3 times is significant for something. I don't know. 3 major arguments, cheating 3 times. I don't know, something that has to do with 3s within this relationship, right? But this is someone you feel drawn to. They could be doing spell work, who knows? Just thinking about you heavily. But the thing was, at first you thought this was something good for you. It's not, it's toxic. The month of May, you were walking away from the toxic energy. You're walking away from what doesn't serve you, and that makes you feel less than or inadequate. And it's time to do it. It's time to end that cycle. There's too much fight. It's too much. It's too much. You deserve to be happy. That whole thing fell. And this was stuck within the box for the cards. Let me read this to you. Beauty or Beast. 2 faces with the same name. I can be your sweetest gift or your worst enemy. It's your choice. Maybe the issue you had with this person was the fact that I'm not medically diagnosing anyone and saying they were bipolar. I'm not saying anyone was bipolar. I don't have the right to medically diagnose anyone. But what I am saying is, like, maybe this is like the person who was back and forth all the damn time. One minute they were happy and you felt good and confident, and the next minute they were upset about something, and then it kind of threw off the energy for everything. And you don't want to have to live like walking on pins and needles thinking, are they upset today? Are they happy today? Are they, are they in a good mood? Is it a loving mood? You don't want to have to worry about that. You shouldn't have to, like, the communication should be so good that you're not confused and thinking you did something wrong. If you always think you're doing something wrong within the relationship, like, are you really communicating? Do you really feel comfortable? Okay. And the advice card that I did pull for you with this is, look past what you feel are your incapabilities. Instead, focus on everything you have achieved so far. It's okay to acknowledge your weaknesses, but keep in mind they don't define you. Your strength and your beautiful soul are clear for all to see. You know what I'm thinking too? I feel like this was a situation to where you feel like the reason why you like that person is you felt like they made up for where you felt like you lacked, or the things you might not have felt so confident in. And the issue is this: without them, by yourself, you're able to create so much success. So really, was it that this person made you whole, or this person, filled a void for you? Or was it that you can fill that void yourself, but you were projecting onto this person because it's almost like you didn't realize how much you can accomplish on your own. You thought you needed that person or that other energy, and you didn't need them. In life, we are going to need people at some point in our lives, but the stuff, the energy you put onto this person that you were drawn to wasn't healthy, and they don't deserve that much importance, or they don't deserve that much of a, like, they didn't make you who you are. You are you regardless if they're in the picture or not. And when you get to that place, a lot is going to open up for you. And that's what May is for you. Realizing how much you bring to the table on your own. So now when relationships come in, when new things come in, you understand what you bring to the table, and you're not going to be looking for someone out of lack. And okay, what I'm going to say is going to sound crazy, right? Not crazy, but I don't want to sound like I'm trying to be judgmental or rude. But let's say someone is doing like light spell work, like, you know, come to me spells, or thinking about you or all the time so that you can think about them. If your focus is on this person, it definitely works. But if you're focused on what's going well for you, the next thing, new relationships, all that stuff, it's like you might get a feeling of this person. You might feel their energy, but it's not going to take over you completely. It's not going to do the same thing it normally does, which is bring you in, you know, that toxic energy bringing you in, and then you feeling like you're all fighting for it by yourself. You know, being dishonest with yourself, fighting for something all alone, all by yourself. It's time to stop fighting with and for what doesn't belong to you or what's not good for you. This month, you're knowing when to end cycles, when to walk away, and you're understanding that there is so much abundance and new things. There's so much new things and abundance coming your way, pile 3. Choose new. Choose new. You already know what's down this road. You already know what's down this road. Love yourself enough to choose what chooses you. 100% all the time. Okay, pile 3. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you have a great month.